Womp womp.
Happy Pepper's like, whoa, you were fast. Dang, buddy. Fuck. Anyway.
Oh, he has like a little mask on his head that's a bit like the Aku Aku.
Little totem mask type thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's talking. There's something happening.
You might be able to hear him at home, but there's no subtitles, so if you're pissy and crying about it, leave me be. So now all of the maps are reopened again, so you can go back and do the relics and the CTR challenges if you want.
So you only get to do them once, and then it locks them off until you've done the boss of that area?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that why they grayed out?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
This is Nitrous Oxide's ship. This is where we have to go at the end of the game to fight and defeat him.
Yeah, wait, I think I'm confusing Nitrous Oxide and Engine. Engine is the one that has the rocket in his head, right?
Yes.
What does Nitrous Oxide look like?
He looks like a green alien with a little sucker mouth.
Okay.
We'll be seeing him later.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll pop up at some point.
Congratulations, you got a key. Open up my shit, please.
And a second key?
Yeah.
Icy World.
Now, people at home will be wondering, why aren't we playing Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, the remake, on modern consoles? And I'll tell you for why. It relates to the reason that we're playing this game at all, which is that I happened to be recommended a speedrun from a guy, I think his name was Nitro Shark, who did a speedrun wherein he was playing both Nitro Fueled and the original Crash Team Racing, but he was only able to play the original Crash Team Racing during load screens on Nitro Fueled. Now, the load screens on Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled are fucking insane.
That's a newish game?
That's fairly new. So what the problems that they had... PS4 era,
yes. Loading screens? I mean, I say that, I play games with loading screens, but still, like, a racing game?
They fucked up big.
Dang.
When they programmed the game, for some reason, they made it so that every loading screen, it has to load the whole game. And then...
What the fuck? That's awful!
Okay, I can't make that jump. That's for speedrunners only.
That's for special boosty items only. Oh, got him. Nice shot.
Thank you. Okay, there's so many extra hardcore strats. Jumping over that was one of them. Can't do it. I didn't come at the right angle. Yeah, so when the game first came out, it was like kind of fine and the loading screens were normal. But as they kept adding more free characters... Fuck off, mate.
Rude.
The amount of game that the game had to load became larger and larger and larger. And so, eventually, every loading screen was like a minute and a half.
That's...
For everything. For getting into a race and leaving the race. And obviously you no doubt will have noticed...
Nothing.
In this game, you know, you do a race and then you're in the little hub world and you're in the hub world for like 30 seconds. So, having a minute and a half load screen every time, no good.
That's rough. I mean, like... I presume the way it works is this one is like, it must have to load the hub world and then just any individual track as you get to it?
I guess so, yeah. Presumably this game is compartmentalized properly so that it's only loading what you're actually about to play.
Yeah. I mean, like, even a lot of modern games do a lot of clever things with... the Racing Match, the Switch 2 thing, again, they had like the Breath of the Wild, or the Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition.
Yeah.
And then they demoed a bit where they flew out of the Sky Island, dropped all the way down, and then dropped down into the depths. And it was like, that was very seamless and cool, but I didn't notice it when I was playing. I'm playing the normal Switch version. Mike.
Wow.
And then...
Sorry, Pino. Go back to sleep, you oaf.
And then Becky said, oh, what? Didn't you notice that the tunnel that they dived down took like 2 seconds versus... the much longer it takes on the Switch one. It's like, oh yeah, the tunnel is the loading screen.
Games have gotten much better at having quote-unquote seamless load screens, which is why you have so many AAA titles these days where it's like, oh, we got to fit through this gap in a wall.
Walls. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
So yeah, God of War.
Cloud, squeeze your twink ass through this little gap, and you're like, okay.
And it's like, I kind of
Fair
get
enough.
it. You tend to get a bit of dialogue while that's happening sometimes.
Yeah.
and they cover it really nicely.
It is as seamless as a loading instance
Possibly could
can
be. Yeah.
So I don't begrudge them it. Okay, I'm going to try something real advanced here, and it's probably going to not work.
Go on, please do for it. You can not talk, and I can talk, and we'll watch, see what happens. Hoppity skippy through the water.
Now what we're going to be doing
is
going in through here.
Oh no.
And it didn't...
Interesting.
It works to a degree. I think there's a degree of timing that you need to have that I don't have.
Oh, of when the minecart goes past.
When the minecart goes past, when you need to turn, how tightly you need to turn. Fuck yeah.
Sure.
World record holding speedrunners make this look easy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. How
It's
do they
almost
do
like
that?
they exclusively practice that bit over and over and over again until they get it right.
Crazy. Oh, too deep.
Rude. That's one thing I always find really impressive about speedrunning is, I guess, the ability to just kind of grind out a specific bit of a game.
Yeah.
And to be like, I can do this consistently every time. And like perfectly in whatever timing window you need to do, or whatever jump, sidestep, bounce, rebound, whatever weird shit you need to set up. And like the fact that like the community works and people will like contribute different bits. Like watch it. There was a Psychonauts speedrun that I watched. A Psychonauts 2 speedrun, I think. That was with the dev team. Oh, we watched some of it here, didn't we?
We did, yes.
And they had the runner talking Tim Schafer and the team through it. And some of the programmers are like, no, we thought we'd got that. We didn't realize you could do this. And the guy was like, it was really cool that there was a whole community behind it. It was like, oh, I didn't do all of this. Like, I'm going to give credit to whoever finds a particular skip or whatever. Like the Psychonauts one that someone had found was that when you use telekinesis, you pick up a thing and it always locks to top right of you. And if you could clip that in such a way, you could end up being on the thing that is the top right of you. Right. And so it would constantly keep trying to correct. And so you could then fly with it because it would be trying to correct underneath you and you would just be on top of it the whole time.
It is very interesting to hear speedrunners break down. Okay, so we figured out that there's this part of the engine that specifically works this way. And so someone realized that you could fuck it up this way in a way that's beneficial. Like,
that doesn't break the game, but is a way, a way that's beneficial.
Yeah, it is interesting.
And it was very fun watching like devs react to speedrun because initially they were like, oh god, the game is ruined, we thought we'd done such a good job, and then sort of about 10 minutes in they're like, wait, this is really cool actually, because it's done with like such a reverential it's not like, oh, this game is trash and we broke it like this. It's like, we spent such a long time figuring out why it does this and breaking it in such a controlled way. It's like, you have to love a game to do that. It felt like the general vibe was like, it's not like speedrunning is not an inherently disrespectful thing, because people do it because they love that game and they're willing to spend the hours and hours it would take to figure it out.
This one's not very, very well. Well, that's why they've given me a mask.
The weird
Thank you.
Figure 8 one.
There's a big skip you can do here, which I won't be attempting.
Too fast.
Yep. I'm being punished.
I'm too good. Or was that because you jumped at the top and it took you too high?
Yep. Don't worry, I can catch up real easy. I'm cracked at the game.
I'm assuming you can probably jump off that top right bit onto this bit.
Yeah, you can skip the whole thing.
I'm trying to think, are there any games that I've... Whoa!
There you go.
Fuck you, wall.
Piss game.
Incredible. I'm trying to think if there's any games that I've tried to do any kind of vague speedrunning stuff. I think there was a couple where I'm trying to think now.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been good enough at a game that I would consider myself to be able to speedrun it.
No, not even slightly. But as in, like, I tried a thing. I was like, oh, hey, that's fun. That's a thing I can pull off and it works. It was some... I think it was the Psychonauts thing. It was some sort of momentum conservation in when you're on the telekinetic ball, the way it tracks your momentum means that you can speed yourself up really easily. And I tried it a couple of times and got it and was like, okay, cool.
Nice.
I couldn't do it consistently, but I did it a couple of times and was like, cool. I'm satisfied that I have achieved this once. Howie!
Whoops, I'm an idiot.
Was that an explodey one?
Yeah, I think that was probably one that I put there too.
Hubris.
Yeah.
Oh, little peanut. Sweet little baby cat. Oh, no, time to go. Bye.
She probably wants to go out.
You wanna go out, buddy?
Bye, Peanut.
No. I'm going to sit here and clean. Oh, I did spend a while trying some of the Mario Sunshine ones.
It was worth a try.
I see it. Yeah.
It was worth a try. I've not cost myself too much time there, but fuck. That could be it for me. No, we're good.
There was an SGDQ a couple of years ago where there was a Mario Sunshine run, and there was some bonkers stuff in that. And I tried a couple of those, and there was a clipping through something one that I managed to do. It was like, ooh,
Oh fuck.
our beans.
Fuck. These costumes are the whole damn speed run.
No, you beansed it.
I can catch him. Whoa, not if they're pulling this shit.
Get him.
No!
Slightly too late. Ah, rough.
1 minute 17. Oh, Christopher. Don't worry, I can catch up real easy. I'm cracked at the game.